Hello friends, welcome to my channel Himalayan Astrology Sharma, and today we will going to discuss about this impact of great Jupiter Saturn conjunction and what it means for you. Basically it's a topic of mundane astrology because Jupiter Saturn conjunction was taking place on 21st December 2020, and this is once a lifetime event because the angular distance between Jupiter and Saturn will be only 6 minutes, and the last time when they were so close was in 1623, so you can imagine, and which was nearly 4 centuries ago, and the next such occurrences will be in 2080, and by that time most of us would have left our mortal self. And astrologically speaking, this is a significant conjunction because Saturn and Jupiter are the biggest and most influential planets among the Navgraha or the 9 heavenly bodies, which influence Earth and the earthy things. The exact conjunction of the two planets occurs at 23 hours 40 minutes 42 seconds according to Indian Standard Time, and at this time Saturn and Jupiter will be in the sign of Capricorn, Makar Rashi, at the exact degree of 7 degree 47 minutes and 34 seconds, and which are they are in the constellation of Uttarashada, which was ruled by the Sun, and the Namansha will be Meen, which is again ruled by the Jupiter. So first of all, before going ahead, we have to understand what are the attributes which are signified by the Jupiter and Saturn. Saturn is normally we understood as a malefic planet, that is the planet which causes sorrow and miseries. He is the most feared planet. On the other hand, Jupiter is understood to be a benefic planet, which and because Brihaspati is a teacher who guides people to happiness and comforts. So Jupiter gives us knowledge, good qualities, progeny. Counselors, advisors are seen from Jupiter, residence, teaching capabilities, the comfort of the spouse, honor and praiseworthiness. These are all seen by the Jupiter. On the other hand, Saturn is a karaka of longevity, death, to fall, sorrow, indigestions, buffalo, dependence, agricultural tools and techniques, tax collections, and imprisonment. So these are the significance which we will use to predict about this conjunction. First of all, we have to understand that Jupiter and Saturn are basically enemies to each other, and these are but they maintain a very dignified rapport with each other. In the two signs, which is Sagittarius and in the two signs, which is Sagittarius and Capricorn, they fight with each other. And the fight is quite intense. You have seen that when Jupiter becomes extremely evil and attacks Saturn in the sign of Capricorn, because in the sign of Capricorn, Jupiter becomes debilitated. So there, Jupiter diminishes the karaka of the Saturn. Similarly, we have seen that when Saturn becomes extremely evil, when he was in the sign of Sagittarius. So when the Saturn was in the sign of Sagittarius, in 2019, it spoiled the house of Jupiter, and along with Ketu, both of them create havoc to the Jupiter, and the results we have seen in the form of COVID-19 pandemic. But when by reaching to December 2020, Jupiter enters Capricorn. Now it is the time of the Jupiter to return back the havoc to the house of Saturn. So in this further we will discuss the effect of Jupiter in Capricorn. What would be the effect of Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn? First of all, we must know that Capricorn is the 10th sign in the zodiac, and this is a sign of natural karmasthana, which denotes our occupation, stability and security. It's a movable sign, feminine sign. Feminine sign means it's the intake of energy is towards inside, and it's an earthy sign. So it denotes the area surrounding moving waters, which includes river banks, land around glaciers and sangams, or meeting point of rivers and oceans. Jupiter is Jupiter is the karaka or significators of wealth, education, growth and expansion. And when it becomes evil, he will remove all these aspects in relation to class denoted by the Saturn, which means, because Saturn denotes lower middle and poor class of the society, which also includes those peoples who lives below poverty line. So these peoples will suffer most in terms of wealth, education, growth and expansion. We have seen this fact in this farmers agitation here in India. Then when Jupiter returns transit in Capricorn is from November 2020 to March 29, 2021. This time the Jupiter is in Atichari movement, which is moving very fast. Normally Jupiter takes 12 months to transit a single sign to complete a 30 degree. It takes 12 months. But how in this case Jupiter is such a high speed that he takes merely 4.5 months to cross the sign of Capricorn. So which is 250% of his average speed, higher than his average speed. And when a planet is in Atichara or high speed and in a debilitated or a niche position, because Capricorn is the debilitated state of the Jupiter, it causes severe destructions, and it also disturb the health of the people, because Jupiter is also karaka of our health, so it will disturb the health of the people. So the diseases and disorder will be in terms of, because Jupiter represents food, and the most of these times Jupiter will cause diseases through food or through air. The alimentary canal, which is the pipe that begins from the mouth or nose and extends as esophagus, then stomach, intestine, and ends at the anus, is governed by the Jupiter. So the health problems associated with alimentary canal will be severe. Phalgomatic diseases will be on the rise. We will also see the episodes of water contamination around the world, like water spilling, or the peoples who lives around the water bodies. They will be more suffered by this transit of Jupiter in Capricorn. Now, in the sign of Capricorn, there are 3 nakshatras: Uttarashada nakshatra, Shravana and Dhanishta. Of Uttarashada, 3 padas were there in the Capricorn. First pada was there in the Sagittarius sign. So we have seen that, or we have experienced that an evil influence of Jupiter on Uttarashada nakshatra will give dental problems. So the peoples who have Jupiter in Uttarashada nakshatra, they will face dental problems during this transit. Similarly, for Shravana nakshatra, there will be problems related to ears, right? And for those who have Dhanishta nakshatra, they will result in a nose related problems. So basically ENT sort of problems were there, which will impact these 3 nakshatras: Uttarashada, Shravana and Dhanishta nakshatras. But this time of this transit is very deadlier. Why it is so deadlier? Because the Jupiter is moving very fast, and the people around the world, especially those living close to water bodies, will be prone to sicknesses. And there will be also some disorders in the body, which will be in terms of gallstones, fissures and hemorrhoids, obesity and ulcerative colitis. Because Jupiter is karaka of obesity also. Jupiter has a huge belly. And the role of Saturn in this evil conjunction will be very minimal. The only damage it will create is that it will create confusion in the minds of the advisors. So those who are in the advising positions to government, they have to be give advices very cautiously, because this Saturn and Jupiter conjunction will create confusions, and they are